Hi, everyone, and welcome to the 40th Annual Conference on Maturing Young Scientific Theories. My name's Cameron, and I'm a researcher here at U Labs. I'm really excited to see this conference return to MIT after 6 years. As you know, the conference is being held virtually this year, but we're thrilled to have 1,300 people here with us in the Zoom call and almost 1,000 more in the YouTube call. That's a lot more than just the capacity of Kresge Auditorium. We hope that your conference experience will be nothing less than extraordinary. So we're going to start today's presentation with an overview of what we do here at U Labs, followed by a keynote address from the head of U Labs, our very own Dr. Barbara Yu. To give us an overview of the lab, let me now pass the virtual microphone to postdoctoral fellow Dr. Robin Vogel. I know you're all muted, but if you clap really loudly, Dr. Vogel might, oh, she probably still can't hear you. But let's all clap anyway and welcome Dr. Vogel.
Thank you, Cameron. Hello and welcome, everyone. U Labs was founded in 2013 when Dr. Yu first joined the MIT faculty in the Ilvik Institute for Astrophysics and Space Research. Our lab is focused in experimental cosmology. That is, we study fundamental questions about the history and nature of the universe. Like, what happened during the Big Bang? What is the nature and origin of dark matter? What do black holes feel like? Here on the slide, you can see our lab's beautiful logo designed by Professor Yu herself. Through our unique interdisciplinary model incorporating advanced engineering, big data, and novel analytic techniques, we have been able to make many advances in cosmology and resolve open questions which many once claimed were experimentally unverifiable. To say the least, the discoveries have been world-changing. As any experts in the audience may already know, U Labs had its first major breakthrough in 2017 with the publication of the first paper, in which observations of the extremely early universe showed clear evidence validating the multiverse theory. Physicists such as Stephen Hawking and Carl Sagan have speculated for decades that the Big Bang could have created not only our universe, but an infinite number of other universes. We were able to show that this actually happened. Deep space telescopes have collected large amounts of data from around the time of the Big Bang, and in our 2017 paper, we described how algorithms identified anomalies that are only explainable by ripples from the Big Bang, creating more than one universe. Since then, our research has primarily focused on two areas. First, how can we identify specific alternate universes? Let me explain. Any universe that meaningfully exists must have laws of physics the same as our own. Therefore, we can identify other universes by looking for small perturbations in the laws of physics around us. Using this approach, we've clearly identified a specific other universe. That leads me to our ambitious second research direction, which is an attempt to actually establish physical contact with this universe. By lasing dark matter at specific frequencies, we think that it is possible to travel to this other universe. It's almost like putting coordinates into a GPS. We've been attempting to create a portal to this other universe right here in our own lab. So far, we've been able to create small portals, but up to now, we haven't been able to create a stable portal larger than a few centimeters in diameter. And now comes the part you've all been waiting for, where we talk about our most recent results. Here to continue with the presentation and describe the groundbreaking work going on in U Labs, please welcome Professor Barbara Yu. Well, Professor Yu is supposed supposed to take over from here, but I've been informed she hasn't arrived yet.
I'm sure she'll be here any minute.
All right. Why don't we take this opportunity to do a brief audience Q&A with Dr. Vogel? I've always wanted to use this Zoom feature.
Live Q&A? I don't think... Maybe we can get everyone at the lab on the panel?
That's a great idea. Okay, everyone from U Labs, can you join us here? So for those of you in the audience, you can click on the Q&A panel at the bottom of your Zoom window to ask questions. They can be about the lab, about our work, about Dr. Vogel's opinions on the most important controversies in physics, whatever you want. Then you can vote on the questions people are asking, and we'll choose the most popular ones to answer live. So let's get started. Here's a very popular looking question from Dylan Amit and others. I think this would be a good question for Max, one of our PhD candidates. Dylan asks, bees?
I agree. Bees? ULabs focuses on cosmology, but we have some interdisciplinary projects focusing on investigating the aerodynamic properties of this magnificent insect.
Thanks, Max. All right, here's our next question. It comes from Level 1 Knob. I think this is a good question for Robin, given what just happened. Level 1 Knob asks, are y'all having fun?
Yes, exploring the mysteries of the universe. Who could ask for anything better? We're alive in exciting times, and I'm not worried at all about my advisor missing. At all. Not at all, really.
Thanks, Robin. That was very encouraging. Here's a question from Lance Nathan. This one's about puzzles, so I think it would be a good one for you, Dante. Lance asks, is this Q&A a puzzle?
I don't know what you mean. Isn't physics a puzzle? Isn't the reason life is the way it is a puzzle? But if you mean, like, crossword puzzles, then no. We're here for one purpose, physics. I hope I don't regret saying that.
Thanks. I'm sure you won't. Our next question comes from Sai. I think this one's a good question for Tara, our resident black holes expert. Tara, Sai asks, what do black holes feel like?
That's what we want to find out. It's hard to gather data from near them. Who knows what it'd be like to be near one?
Thanks, Tara. All right. So I guess stay tuned to our papers in the future for more on black holes and what they feel like. Our next question comes from Murphy Edward Justian. I'm not really sure what this one means, but I'm going to direct it to you, Robin. Murphy asks, is red sus?
Sus? Am I... what? Am I suspicious? I only gave the part that I was supposed to give, and Professor Yu should be
Robin,
here.
It's a video game reference. We know it's always red.
All right, well, that was a bit awkward, but let's move on now to a great question for our resident financial expert, Skylar. Skylar, we have a question from a few people, mostly anonymous, who've asked, where is the coin? Is the coin in the piggy bank?
Sorry, which kind of coin are we speaking of here? Like a financial coin?
I'm not sure. There's a lot of interest in the Q&A about a coin, and they don't seem to say much beyond that.
I think there was a recent paper released by another lab here at MIT regarding a different physics problem regarding a coin. But I unfortunately don't know much about that. So somewhere during the conference, you can ask some of the other physicists around here, anonymous.
Thanks, Skylar. I'm sure Anonymous really appreciates that answer. Here's a good question for you, Robin. This question comes from Rhiannon. who asks, what was Dr. Yu working on most recently?
Well, we've been a little busy preparing to host this conference, but in addition to that, we've been receiving some strange signals from the other universe over the last day, and so a lot of our efforts have been going into investigating that.
Awesome, thanks, Robin. And, well, folks, I think with that, it might be time to take a break from the Q&A. Thank you all for the great questions. And has anyone gotten any word from Professor Yu?
I've been trying to call her telephone, but I keep getting a busy signal.
I have her wife's number. I could try calling that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but as Robin mentioned, we've been receiving some strange signals to the lab equipment over the last 12 hours. I was just looking at them now, and I don't think they're natural.
Sorry, what was that, Skylar?
The signals we've been receiving, I don't think they're a neutrino shower or a gamma ray burst or anything like that. I think they're encoded. Sorry, give me a minute to try and make sense of this.
Okay, do you want me to take a look at that?
Yes, please. And I can try to keep this presentation going.
Perfect. You were first author on this paper anyway, right? You've got this.
I suppose I was. These last few months, we performed various observations of the other universe. We've learned some amazing things. It seems that the other universe is very similar to ours, yet also quite different. Because we're here at MIT, it's easiest to observe the same area in the other universe. And what we found is that these similarities and differences between our universes right here are especially interesting. The other universe has another technical institute in place of the one we know and love. And they call it the Perpendicular Institute of the World.
Hey, so I just got off the phone with Professor Yu's wife, and she never made it home last night. Barbara said she would be working late and not to wait up, and so when she woke up and Barbara wasn't there, she figured she'd gone to the office to give the keynote without the dogs barking in the background until I called.
What? Is she okay? Do you think she stayed in the lab all night? She has done that before.
Okay. I finally decoded the signal we've been getting. Sorry to interrupt, but you really need to see this. Let me get this up on the screen.
Hello, this is Barbara Yu. I was working late in the lab and I had a major breakthrough. I'm on the other side. I'm at the Perpendicular Institute. Tonight, I was able to open the portal and travel through it to the alternate universe. But after crossing over, the portal collapsed, and there's no way to reopen it without the equipment in my lab. I can explain the fine-tunings I made to the machine. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. There are some strange anomalies that appear to have emerged very recently in this universe, and that will be absolutely fascinating to study. Maybe we can even have a inter-universal academic collaboration. But first, I need to get back over in time for my keynote. So please, use the exact settings that I programmed and reopen the portal as soon as you can.
We have to reopen the portal. If she activated it last night, that means she's been stuck in the other universe for over 12 hours.
I might be able to initiate the portal opening sequence remotely. Give me a minute.
Well, everyone, while we're waiting on that, you've just witnessed history. This was the first recorded transmission received from another universe, and we now have definitive proof that humans can travel between universes. In just another minute, we should have the portal back open and Professor Yu back on our side safely. Just in time for that keynote speech. With day one already so exciting, who knows what will happen in the next days of the conference?
It didn't work.
What?
I used the same settings that were in place, which she must have used to open the portal, and the connection worked, but it was unstable and the portal failed to open.
It didn't work. She's trapped.
Professor, you mentioned seeing some anomalies. Maybe those are just disrupting our ability to connect with the other universe.
That could be. But wow, she's really at the Perpendicular Institute.
Should I continue with the keynote?
I don't think it's the time for that anymore.
There has to be something we can do.
Well, the situation is a bit awkward, but we do have one thing going for us. We have all of you here. A whole physics conference full of brilliant and excited participants, ready to solve any puzzle which might arise. I know we had a weekend full of talks and conference activities lined up, but I hope you don't mind if we change it up a bit. The portal in the lab may not be working, but we've also been working on a different way to interact with the other universe through what we're calling a projection device. Maybe Skylar, do you have the test results from the latest build of the projection device?
Unfortunately, they were stored locally on Professor Yu's laptop, which she seems to have taken with her to the other side. But we can't be that far away from a working projection device.
I think we should be able to get the projection device up and running by the end of the day, maybe even faster if all of you can help us to understand the strange notes that the professor left on her office desktop.
Great. And what does this projection device do exactly?
I'm not totally sure. It's very complicated. And I was working primarily on the user interface. I think only Professor Yu really knows all the details. Hopefully we'll be able to figure it all out before we start using it. All right, now Cameron, I know you were in charge of planning some activities throughout the conference. What's the status on those?
Yeah, you're right. We have some extracurricular activities prepared for the conference attendees, and I just tried to cancel them, but unfortunately our deposits are non-refundable. So I guess you'd all better show up. If there isn't at least one person from your team at each of the events, the conference funding agencies might give you trouble with any money-related matters at the end of the conference.
Well, that sounds unnecessarily ominous, but okay. We'll get you all set up with accounts on our external website. The URL is perpendicular.institute. And the login username and password that your team used to register for the conference should work there as well. Skylar, when do you think we can have the professor's puzzling notes on the website?
It won't take too long. I'd expect the initial batch to be up on the site at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll keep them coming as we sort everything out, and if you can all figure out what exactly they mean, it should speed up the process.
Okay, this all sounds good to me, or at least as good as things can sound while my PI is trapped in another universe. Thank you, everyone, for agreeing to help. I know this isn't exactly what you signed up for, but let's be real, when do MYST conferences ever go how we expect? Let's get the projection device up and running, and then we can rescue Professor Yu.
Oh, before you all go, we have a video to share with you with some conference rules and a message about health and safety, which at a time like this are as important as ever. We'll get it up for you in just 1 second. I hope you're all as excited as health as I am.
Hi everyone, I'm Jacob.
I'm Josh.
And on behalf of everyone on Whoosh, Galactic Trendsetters,
Meow!
We are so excited to welcome you to the 2021 MIT Mystery Hunt.
We know the format's a little bit different this year from what you're used to. We're not all together in person here at Kresge Auditorium on MIT's campus, but we're as excited as ever for the Mystery Hunt, and we hope you are too. We're really grateful for all the support we've gotten from MIT administrators as we've worked together with the MIT Puzzle Club to put on this year's hunt. And we really look forward to the Mystery Hunt returning to MIT's campus as soon as it's safe to do so.
We'll let you go to start solving puzzles and looking for Professor Yu in just a little bit, but first we have some important announcements and reminders for you. First, this is still an MIT event, and so we're still going to try to follow MIT rules and guidelines. If you ever think we want you to do something illegal or immoral or otherwise questionable to solve a puzzle, please let us know first. We probably don't.
Stay safe and take care of yourselves throughout the weekend. It's more important than ever to pay attention to your well-being because you won't have other teammates in your room to check in on you. If you need to sleep, please do so. We promise there will be more puzzles when you wake up.
Now, some logistical information about the hunt itself.
If you run into any issues of any kind during the hunt, whether it's that you're not having fun, or you think there's something wrong with a puzzle, or you just want to confirm that you really do need to visit the top of a mountain in the middle of the night to solve a clue, you can use the Contact HQ button on the website and we'll get back to you as soon as we can, hopefully within a few minutes. You can also email us at hq@perpendicular.institute, or for anything urgent, call us at 1-833-U-LABS.
Our team has worked tirelessly over the past year to bring you this hunt, and we're really excited, and we think you'll really enjoy it. Good luck!
Hi everyone, my name is Julia Wagner, and I'm the president of the MIT Mystery Hunt and Puzzle Club. For obvious reasons, this is our absolute favorite event of the many puzzling activities we do throughout the year. It has been a pleasure to work with the members of Whoosh Galactic Trendsetters, Meow, and we are incredibly excited for you to experience everything they've put into this hunt. While we'll miss seeing all of your faces on campus, we can't wait for you to go through a fantastic hunt with all of your teammates in a new way. We are super grateful for the help extended by Sol and everyone we've worked with at MIT, and we look forward to being able to continue the MIT Mystery Hunt tradition back on campus when it is safe. Thank you to everyone who signed up this year for bringing hunt spirit and contributing to such a wonderful community. Once more, welcome to the 2021 MIT Mystery Hunt. Have an amazing time puzzling.